Welcome to Debutante Renegade. On today's show, Mature Love. How to find love when you're older. But first, if you want to write me a question of your own, send an email to debutanterenegade@gmail.com. It's in the description box below. Hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell next to it. That's the notification button. That way you'll never miss a video. Give me a like and let's get to it. So I got a question from a subscriber in their 60s about finding love when you're older. How to find love, how to find a mate, how to find a partner when you're in your older, more mature years, when you're in your 60s, 70s, and up. On finding love in your 60s and 70s, here's my advice. Okay, so this subscriber who's in her 60s and wants to find love, she would rather not use dating apps. That intimidates her and she doesn't really like the idea of it. So if she doesn't want to use dating apps, I have a few suggestions. But first, I would advise anyone in this modern dating world to give dating apps a try for 2 or 3 months before you throw in the towel. Now, anyone who knows me knows that I hate dating apps. Like, I hate them. I feel like they're a walking nightmare. I do. I feel like they're a walking nightmare. However, that is how I met my wonderful, amazing, beautiful boyfriend, partner, person. So I can't speak too ill of them because that is how I found my person. That said, they're tough. I feel like everyone who's in them feels like they're having a really hard time. I have yet to meet somebody who's like, no, dating apps are great. They're fun. Like, it's great. I'm sure that person exists, but I have yet to meet them. Most of the people, and it surprises me, even people that I look at that I'm like, I would think that would be really easy for you, but it's still not good for them. So I have yet to meet somebody that really likes dating apps. That said, I met my partner on one and I have talked to plenty of people and I know plenty of people who met their partner on a dating app. So with that, I would advise anyone to, they're really easy. You upload some pictures of about you section and you get to look through different people. And I can link this in the description box below too. I did an episode on dating profile. So if you're intimidated and you don't know how to set up your dating profile, I'm not going to go into the technical aspects, but I tell you what to put in there to have a more successful experience on a dating app. So I will link that in the description box. I also have an online dating tips video as well. I will also link that one because these are helpful things if you're going to be dating online, which I do recommend giving it a go, and setting your parameters to men in the age range that you're interested in the the area that you're interested in, etc., and that are looking for what you're looking for. However, if you are very adamant and you don't want to try it, I understand. It's not for everyone, but I would strongly suggest at least try it for 2 or 3 months. Watch my 2 videos on dating apps in general and on how to set up your dating profile. Maybe that'll inspire you a little bit. And I strongly suggest giving it a go. But once again, if you really don't want to, I have a few suggestions. First off, I don't know where you're living. Some areas are going to have more single people in their 60s and 70s than others. What I mean by this is there are areas in the country where retirees go, where they flock. I know I grew up in Palm Springs area in the desert in California, and it was predominantly a retirement community. So I can say that, like, if you were in your 60s and dating there, that there would be a high probability that you could find a decent mate, because really dating comes down to a numbers game. You kind of have to get through a number of different people to find a good match. If you want to find a good match, you need a bigger pool to choose from, right? It's a lot easier to catch a fish when there's like 1,000 fish in the pond than when there's only 2 fish in the pond, right? So you want to catch your fish, go to a big pond. And where are the big ponds? I don't know exactly. I can tell you that I grew up in a town there was a lot of seniors there. I know there's a lot in Florida. And I think there are other communities around the country that are big on retirees. There are other communities around the country that have a lot of retirees in their populations. So, I do think being in a population of people your own age is going to increase the chances and possibly just be more enjoyable. But if you don't have that option and you are wherever you are and there might be a smaller pool, then, I especially think dating apps would help in that instance. But if you still don't want to use them, I would suggest finding some activities that you yourself like to do, that involve people your own age, whether it's a certain type of exercise class or, a pottery class or something, but, maybe geared toward people your own age, or, something that people in your age group like to do. Maybe it's a book club with certain types of books and that's what you're in, or a certain type of meetup group. I would find areas of common interest that you feel people in your age group are more interested in than, the other generations. And that's going to increase your probability of meeting somebody, and I say, when you want to meet somebody, it's good to put yourself out there. If someone invites you out somewhere, a friend invites you out to a party or to any kind of event, I say go, because you never know who you're going to meet, and sort of have this, open mind, open heart that there's someone out there for you to meet and you're going to meet them when the time is right. Kind of just keep it on your radar that you could meet that person at any moment, anywhere. And when it's right, you'll meet them. But once again, it's a numbers thing. And I think the more you can increase the numbers of people that you're exposed to, that you have the opportunity to date, the better your chances of finding love are. And to me, what that looks like is being in a population of retired people, or, people that are in their 60s and 70s, a population that has a lot of people in that age group, which I think, I think you can find that age group in every population pretty much, I think. But I do think there are certain areas that are really, the people love to be when they're retired. And, I think that people in those age ranges love to go someplace with great weather, and have, that last third of their life doing something and being somewhere that they've always wanted to be, doing something they've always wanted to do. So you could look into putting yourself in the right environment, and you could look into dating apps. I would do both of those things. And wherever you are, whatever community you're in, do things that you enjoy, that people in your age group enjoy. And there's a good chance that you can meet somebody doing those things. So that's my suggestion. Those are my suggestions on finding mature love. And it's never too late to find love. One thing that I really did enjoy about growing up in Palm Springs, and I lived with my grandmother when I did, is seeing her friends. I saw her friends find love in a partnership when they were in their 70s and 80s even. I saw this happen, so I can speak from experience that it is possible, and it's a wonderful thing. it's always, love is always a wonderful thing. So it's out there. Just open your heart, open your mind to it. Have faith that it'll come to you when the time is right and the person is right. And find a way to widen your net, find a way to make the pool that you're fishing from more vast. Go to where the fish are. Where are the fishies? Where are they hanging out? So that is my advice. I hope that helps. Again, if you have a question of your own, send me an email, debutanterenegade@gmail.com, and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Comment if you like. I'll see you in the next one. Have a beautiful rest of your day.